welcome to the Pulp Culture Podcast, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, freshly squeezed for you. I'm Nath.
And I'm MJ.
And welcome back on the back end of two massive shows in the past. I don't think this one will go as long, but I'll definitely warn you that next week's episode will be a humongous one. We've got lots to talk about because it will be after San Diego Comic-Con. So when this episode comes out, which will be tomorrow, your time, it will be only days away from San Diego Comic-Con. So I think that's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a big. It's coming up for a big week of pop culture information.
Everybody's arriving in California as we speak.
Yes, they are. So too bad we're not there, but that's okay. Maybe next year.
Next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. What about you, MJ? How's things tracking?
I've had a busy week, another busy week.
You have?
Yeah. I flew the flag solo for the pod at Metro Comic Con.
Yep. You flew the flag and I just flew.
You did. You FLU flew. So I've been to Metro Comic Con, which is the first, I guess, proper Comic Con that I've been to. And I had a nice time. I wasn't there for a whole lot of a long time, but
you represented.
It was good. I did.
You represented.
I did.
All right,
and all the usual other stuff. So I'm sure we'll get into that later in the pod.
Yeah, nice one. All right, well let's get into the Zest.
Oh, he's gone.
No, I'm here. Got my paper.
Why were you keeping him on the floor though?
Well, you know how like they have the desk nice and clear, and then they sort of, at the end they kind of.
Yeah, but they have it clear for paper.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they've got it clear, so that they've got room for their paper.
Right. Okay. Sure.
All
right.
We'll try that again next week. Maybe it'll be my turn next week.
Okay. You were going to take off your glasses
I was, but I decided to wear headphones tonight, and if I take them off, it'll probably take me 15 minutes to get back.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, let's not go with that. All right, Mr. Trailers, what do you got for us?
No, nothing. No trailers.
Yes, such a dirty liar.
Well, we'll save the big one for a minute. We'll get past the other ones, because otherwise the others will pale in comparison, won't they?
Oh, absolutely, they will. Go. What do we got?
Well, just quickly, we had a teaser for The Hunt for Gollum. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Is this the one where we sort of saw a behind the scenes, or they're gearing up for filming?
Yes, we saw it. It starts with Andy Serkis in his mocap gear, sort of addressing the camera and inviting us to go along, I think. And he gets called to set and sets himself up on what I assume is a rock, or it's going to be a CGI rock, and gets ready to shoot on day one of The Hunt for Gollum. And then they cut to a wide shot of like an outdoor set on a New Zealand mountaintop somewhere, which is obviously exciting to see. So very much a teaser, like a teaser. Like they really, I mean, they haven't shot at anything yet, so
gave us nothing.
Well, they gave us nothing, but it's nice to see Andy Serkis back in the mocap, and he gave us a couple of seconds of switching into Gollum mode, and so that was good to see. We had a trailer for a movie that I thought actually looked like quite fun, and this is on one of our favorite streamers, Apple TV. It's for a movie called Mayday, starring Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh.
Yes.
Did you see this trailer?
I did see this trailer.
What did you think?
It does intrigue me. I mean, it's a formula that we've seen time and time again. Behind enemy lines, pairs up with somebody, an unlikely partner to get where they need to be safely. I like Kenneth Branagh. I find Ryan Reynolds just Ryan Reynolds in anything that he does. But that's obviously what makes him popular. I'll definitely watch it. I don't expect too much from it, but I do like Kenneth Branagh. So
No, I thought it looked like fun, and it seemed to have some sort of producing genetics with Deadpool and Wolverine, which makes sense. But a lot of the action stuff looked really fun. I'm really excited to see Kick-Ass Kenneth. Because some of that action stuff that he was dealing out there in that trailer looked like real fun. So I just like the juxtaposition between those two characters. Like, we know that Kenneth Branagh can do comedy, but the matchup of him and Ryan Reynolds I just think is really fun.
Yeah, it's an odd pair, so it could work. So definitely a good one, that's for sure.
Do you have any other trailers or teasers before?
I don't have anything else that's worthy, other than Avengers Doomsday, which is something that we really need to unpack, talk about.
So when did you see this? Did you see it this morning when you got up, or did you see it?
I did see it this morning when I got up, I said to producer Manny, I said, "Oh, it's come out," and so we both huddled around and watched it, and I've watched it a couple of times since. I'm color me interested. There's nothing that I saw in it that was relatively new. They're based on what we've seen with those, micro trailers, if you want to call them that, or micro teasers. We sort of saw that sort of spliced together, and what we had seen that was popping up as leaked was sort of a better version of it in this trailer. So
you sound a little bit underwhelmed.
Only because I didn't really see anything different from what I'd already sort of seen already. The only thing that
we did though, like just to push back a little bit, like we hadn't seen Mystique, we hadn't seen Gambit, we hadn't seen Shang-Chi.
That was already all leaked online. So if you've seen any of the leaked,
I haven't seen any of the leaks. No.
Yeah. So this was just a much better resolution.
Yeah, I haven't been leaked on.
They were leaking all over the place for me. So
shocking.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen any of the leaks, and I actually hadn't even heard about any of the leaks. So for me, the appearance, like, I knew that Gambit was going to be in it, I think, and I knew that Shang-Chi was going to be in it, and but just to see them all interacting with each other and on screen, I thought it was a real thrill.
Yeah, Lawrence Pugh and Rebecca Romijn. What is it?
Romaine.
What's her full name now? Now she's married to Jerry
Rebecca Romijn. Rebecca Romijn. You got me doing it now.
Oh, okay.
No, Rebecca Romijn. She used to have a longer name. Now she's back to Rebecca Romijn.
Yeah, she's not Stamos. She's now O'Connell.
That's right.
So yeah. Moving from one celebrity to another. Look, that looks. I liked that. I mean, I liked the transformation where we've got two of Yelena fighting each other, which I think is fun. We saw Mystique wearing her more traditional, from the top anyway, we could see that she's wearing a more traditional sort of outfit with the cropped hair. What's your thoughts on Doom's accent?
Well, I admit there were a couple of words that he said that didn't sound quite right, but as I was saying to producer Kim when we watched it, she made that comment as well, and I'd sort of had a bit of a chance to think it through. What's a Latvian accent?
Well, I mean, it's a made up country, right? So
yeah, exactly. I mean, what's it supposed to sound like? If it doesn't sound exactly like X or Y accent from the real world, then that's because it's a Latvian one. So,
well, that's why they made a made up country in South Africa, for Nicole Kidman, so that way her accent was so terrible they just made up one.
Remind me what you're talking about there.
So there was a film that Nicole Kidman did. I can't remember what film it actually was, where she did a South African accent.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that.
And it was so terrible that the producers decided to create a small country inside South Africa, so that way the heat would come off her accent.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. I mean, Latvia, who knows what the accent is? We kind of imagine it to be sort of something European, don't we? So
yeah, it's an Eastern European accent.
European accent,
like Romanian or
but
like I said, I mean, if it's a regional dialect, then maybe he's going to say some words differently. Yeah. But no, there were a couple of words that were a little bit jarring, but as I said, I had to quickly remind myself. We do have other examples of Latvian characters in animation and also live action. We've had a couple of versions of Doctor Doom, and if it doesn't quite gel with those, then like I said, it's a made up country, so we don't know.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, no. I'm still down with it.
He could sound like he's from County Cork, and who's to say it's not accurate?
It wouldn't matter anyway, right? Yeah. Look, overall, I think it looks good. I don't think that we're getting any real sort of taste of what to expect in the film, other than this trailer was more of an introduction of characters. Sort of our main characters, the Steve Rogers thing at the end, probably, I don't know. I mean, it was there for fanfare more than anything else. But again, like I said, I'm not psyched for it. I'm definitely happy to go and see it. I want to go see it. It's going to be an event. Just this trailer just didn't really do much for me at this stage. Only because I don't think we really got a huge cavalcade of action in this one.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun, but it did take me a bit by surprise. I don't know whether you'd had a heads up and heard that it was, dropping imminently or anything like that. But I no. We were all expecting it to be at Hall H. At Comic-Con, that was kind of the buzz for the last week, is that they were going to be at Hall H. There was going to be a number of stars there representing for it, and so that was kind of the buzz that's where it was going to feature, and then it was going to drop within hours of it at Comic-Con, and then for us to get it, almost 5 days prior, it was a bit of a surprise. So maybe this is the lead to what comes from Comic-Con. Yeah, I think we're all sort of savvy enough to know now that as much as I enjoyed what we got in this one, it's probably what's much more significant is what we didn't see, and who we didn't see. It's no doubt some sleight of hand from the Russo brothers and from Marvel Studios. They've put out enough to get us excited, particularly X-Men fans. I saw that there were a lot of X-Men fans getting really excited, and fair enough. There's 5-6 X-Men characters that we've seen in this one. Some that we haven't seen for a very long time. Most of them in uniforms we've never seen in live action. So yeah,
and I believe this is Patrick Stewart's last film. He's retired after this.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's definitely getting on in years, and he deserves a bit of a break, to be honest. I mean, in recent years, he's brought back Jean-Luc Picard, and now he's bringing back Charles Xavier. I don't know what else we could want from the great man. So,
yeah,
it'd be fine with me if this was his last hurrah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's coming from him. But for his last film. But yeah, like you say, it's well earned. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm surprised you're not more excited about it. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not more pumped for the film.
I look, I'm pumped for the film. Don't get me wrong. It hasn't changed my view on wanting to go and see it in the cinema. For wanting, another Avengers film and seeing all our favorite characters in there. I think it's just only because I've seen all of this already. I was expecting more. I would have. To me, it just felt a little bit sloppy that they just cut together all the things that we've already seen, except for those scenes with Mystique and Yelena and Gambit and Shang-Chi.
Right, so half
all the rest
trailer.
of it was, what's that, sorry?
So half the trailer.
Yeah. But it's actually a lot shorter than you think, right? When you go back and you have a look, a lot of those scenes, we've already seen that lead up with those 4 other scenes.
There is definitely a lot of it in there that's from those original teasers.
Yeah,
like
and there's a little bit more of the Wakanda and the Atlanteans with Namor. So there was a little bit more featured in there. But like you say, I think a little bit is sleight of hand. We're kind of assuming certain things, but I don't think they actually are.
Yeah, I don't think you can assume anything at this stage.
No.
And I think that the fact that I don't go looking for leaks and all that sort of stuff at all. And if they happen to cross my timeline, I usually scroll past them. But I don't remember having seen. I got heard there were some leaks, but I hadn't seen any of that sort of stuff. So I hadn't seen any of these parts of the trailer that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So like general audience people certainly wouldn't have seen it. I think for most people it was definitely it would have come as a surprise. And I think I think the inclusion of Chris Evans as Steve Rogers is important. Like them putting him in this trailer and then putting this trailer in theaters is going to add up to bums on seats.
It's interesting that Thor seems to be really they've really portrayed Thor to be a very featured character in this film for sure.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of the key bits of sleight of hand. I think that perhaps that's that's what they want us to think out of this trailer, and they want us to speculate about that. But
the swoon factor to get extra people in the cinema.
Yeah, bums on seats.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying that for a second. So
yeah.
part of me wonders whether, like, I know I'm speculating now. I am getting into the minutiae of it, but it's like part of me wonders whether Cap, it's going to be like an evil variant of Cap.
Well,
I know that
in Secret Wars that you will get that Hydra. You'll get Hydra Cap.
Because I know that he's worthy of the hammer, but what does worthy of the hammer mean? Well, like worthy does worthy mean? I don't know. You've also got to remember. You've
also got to remember something about the hammer, right? The hammer's now fractured, and it's been put back together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's still got the seal of worthiness, of good worthiness.
So it's a traumatized Mimir. So
it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting fan theories already about it.
So Mjolnir is going through some stuff. Mjolnir is where Thor was when he was Fat Thor a few films ago.
Yeah, we'll get a Disney Plus short before the film comes out. It's just the adventures of Mjolnir. Having some therapy sessions on a couch.
I would watch that. Hit me up with a t-shirt. I thought it was great fun. There were a few moments like, that appearance of Cap at the end had the desired effect on me. So I don't know what that says, but I'm really excited, and I'm glad to have gotten some footage. I'm glad to see some old favorite characters. I'm glad to see some new ones interacting. I really loved Shang-Chi. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see, a significant character from Deadpool and Wolverine entering the MCU proper. I'm sure we'll get more from that film in this film, but just to have confirmation that Gambit, played by Channing Tatum, is going to be in this movie. I feel like the stuff that we enjoyed about him in Deadpool and Wolverine is going to pale in comparison to whatever we get from him in this.
And I mean that's obviously setting up the new X-Men as well. So, we know for sure that it's 3 universes converging into one. We know that Loki's involved in this, and then whatever comes out of this film will then roll into Secret Wars.
I'd missed the shot of Loki, but we did get a shot of Loki with his TVA Mikey card, didn't we?
Yeah, it was very quick. It was very, very quick. You blink and you miss it. But we've seen the poster now that's been released with the different gradient colors of our heroes and who's involved. And there is Loki's like center of the poster. So
I don't think I've seen that one. I saw the one
background.
Yeah, I saw the Doom one with him beneath a throne or something.
Yeah, and it's got the like the tapestry or a painting on the behind it. Right?
I saw that. That's a beautiful poster. Yeah, if I was a Doctor Doom fan, I'd be getting my hands on a copy of that already.
I was zooming in just to see if there was anything in that painting behind him. That he was standing at. Nah, there's nothing. It's woman holding a child, and
who though? Who is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Some woman. It's Mum Doom. So
okay, all right. Vera Von Doom.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, no, I'm pumped. I'm excited. It had the desired effect.
No. Like I said, I've just seen. We have seen half of that trailer that was already there. I think it would have been, look, they're playing their cards close to their chest. I understand what they're trying to do. Maybe we'll see. Maybe this is kind of like a little bit, and then we'll see a little bit more when they go to Hall H for Comic-Con, and we'll have more to report about next week.
Definitely, they're definitely going to give us more at Hall H. I feel like if there's an Avengers Doomsday story over the next sort of week between this and Comic-Con, I reckon we've seen maybe 50% of it. Yeah, and I reckon they're gonna give us just as much. I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if we see actors at Hall H that aren't featured in this.
Yep, I agree.
And it's going to give us a more holistic idea of perhaps what's going on, and yet no clue. So, I'm excited. Bring it on. Yep,
100%. News. I've got. We actually spoke about it. I think it was last week where we talked about Luke Skywalker's hand and saber prompt. And you sent this to me, and it just blew me away. We were talking last week about how it was the reserve price was $1.5 million that it was going to go for. Yeah. And it went to auction, and it sold for a lot more.
What I don't think I saw what it actually ended up going for. I know I sent you the video, but
$3.75 million.
Yeah, numbers sort of go over my head, but wow, $3.57 million.
$3.75 million. So
yeah, that's what I said. 3.7. What you said?
Million. Yeah.
Now
it's a lot of $1 million, regardless for a hand prompt.
A lot of Imperial credits.
Yeah, a lot of Imperial credits. I don't know what what's the conversion rate there? Is it higher or lower?
I don't know. You got to check it live on your app.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to have a look. But yeah, that's a lot, and I think it surprised even the auctioneer when I watched the video. The auctioneer was was pretty excited, and
yeah, I think he was floating above the ground.
well, he's probably thinking about the commission that he was going to get for it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. He looked pretty chuffed.
Yeah, which is nice and tidy. So yeah, if you've got a severed hand holding a lightsaber, it might be worth your while to check out at the auctioneers and see what you can get for it.
I'll get onto that after this episode.
What do you got in news? What else have you got in news?
Oh, I got bits and pieces. Some more exciting stuff. Switching over to DC. I'm really pumped about this. But Xolo Maridueña. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but the young man from Cobra Kai who starred as Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle in the Blue Beetle film, which I think nobody other than me saw.
No, I saw it.
I enjoyed it. But he's going to be in Superman Man of Tomorrow. Reprising his role as Blue Beetle. I was really excited about this. I've been waiting for this for a while.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's great. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does and what comes out of it. And obviously they're gearing up for a not only an older cast, but a younger cast as well. So I think this is great.
Yeah, and I'm really excited because I actually really enjoyed that movie, and I love the character of Blue Beetle. He's a very important character and an important story to have. For diversity's sake, if nothing else, in the DCU. I'm hoping that it drives people back to watch the movie on HBO Max. I certainly got out my 4K Steelbox, and I'm going to rewatch it again soon because I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a great time, I hope that this results in more people going back and watching it in preparation for Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, agreed. So it'll be a fun one, that's for sure. And it really feels like he's setting up a Justice League, doesn't it?
It does.
With the amount of characters that we've now got sort of, connected to Man of Tomorrow and what that looks like.
Yeah, well, we've got, what have we got? We've got 2 Green Lanterns, 2 Kryptonians, Blue Beetle, Mr. Beetle. Terrific, Metamorphose floating around somewhere, Hawk Girl. It's really exciting. That's enough of a Justice League roster as it is. And who knows what else we'll get between now and when it comes out.
It is interesting that it's kind of, when the Avengers came out, we had already had a Thor film, a Captain America film, and an Iron Man film. Yeah. And then some of those characters that are in the Avengers got introduced into those 3 films. Yeah. And then when they formed the Avengers, it was just a sort of an expected transition. Whereas this is kind of a little bit different, where he's sort of reverse engineered that, and he's doing a big blockbuster film featuring all the characters, and then we'll get the side characters, if you know what I mean.
I think what DC and James Gunn are doing is they're capitalizing on what Marvel has done. Like it or not, Marvel's sort of done the groundwork, and they've patiently built towards an Avengers movie. And now I think that the audience has been educated enough about how these universes work to be able to just plonk a whole lot of superheroes into one movie and have it be conducive. I think that's what we saw in Superman, certainly. I didn't hear anybody talking about how it was too many characters all at once. No. I didn't understand, how this person worked or that person worked, or I think that they're just sort of capitalizing on the point at which their movies are coming out in the narrative of superhero movies as a whole.
And I think too that James Gunn kind of excels at what's his skill, right, in having an ensemble cast.
He became famous through the Scooby-Doo movies, which by definition are an ensemble movie. And he moved into superheroes through Guardians of the Galaxy, which by definition is an ensemble movie. It's kind of his jam. I'm sure this was part of the reason why he was put in the position that he's in at DC now. I'm sure that was one of the considerations, was because they knew that he'd be able to do it, and he'd be able to do it in a way that not played catch up, because I don't think DC and the DCU will ever get to the point where the MCU is at the same time as the MCU is there.
Yeah, I agree.
If anything, that if this trailer that we got last night has shown us anything, the MCU has built something unprecedented, and as long as it keeps going, I don't think anyone can possibly catch up to it, and that's okay. It doesn't mean we still can't get a very rich, colourful, wonderful, enjoyable storytelling universe featuring the DCU characters. It's just happening at a different pace, and I think that's all right.
Yeah, 100%. Just keeping with DC news, we found out this week that Jimmy Tatro, is that how you pronounce his name? Will be.
I'm not sure.
He'll be Gorilla Grodd in the new DC. TV series.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with Jimmy.
Yeah, he's turned up in quite a few films. Some that you may have seen, some that you may have not have seen. He played a role.
His face was vaguely familiar to me, but I didn't know who he was just by hearing his name.
Yeah, he was in Scream 7, if you've seen that, which you haven't. He was in Stuber. He was in Grown Ups 2. He's kind of played one of those bit roles where he hasn't really been a main lead character. So I think this is kind of going to be, his film for people to really see him for his acting ability. And I mean, he's also going to be doing mocap, so playing Gorilla Grodd. So this is an interesting one.
Seems to, I did have a bit of a look at his IMDb, and he seems to have really good sort of comedy chops. Which is similar to, and his name's escaped me, but the young guy that plays Jimmy Olsen as well. He's part of that sort of Los Angeles troupe of comedic actors that pops up in lots of stuff, does some animated voices and all that sort of thing. And I think that it's clear that that's a gold mine. So I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of this. But I believe it'll be out next year. So this is they're moving pretty quickly on this now. So
the Gorilla Grodd show.
Yeah, don't even start with that.
What?
It's not the Gorilla Grodd show.
Well, it's got Gorilla Grodd in it.
Yeah, but it's Jimmy Olsen.
But you just started. That's how you just started talking about it. Was by talking about who's going to play Gorilla Grodd.
You know how I feel about this already. Don't get me
Gorilla
started.
Grodd featuring Jimmy Olsen.
It's not like Grape Ape or Magilla Gorilla show.
Bring on the GG show.
What else have you got in the news?
Since we're talking DC news, this is a little bit of comic book news, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. But Absolute Green Arrow, which was originally going to be a 6-issue miniseries, has been extended to 12 issues, which I thought was interesting and also good.
I do wonder how this is going to work, right? Because issue 6, we are expected to get the reveal of who the Green Arrow is. So they obviously feel that there is enough meat on the bone to be able to extend it for 6. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that what they'll tell us subsequent to that is, what happens as a result of that reveal.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So like a bit of a backstory.
Yeah. Well, not even a backstory, but just, what happens next? Like what is the effect of us finding out, and what is the effect of the characters in the universe, Dinah and, potentially Batman and Superman and everybody else? What's the effect of that on the Absolute universe going forward? So, I think it's exciting.
Yep. The Justice League of Doom. So
Yeah, no, it's still everybody's got a theory about what they're going to be called. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm still going with Injustice League.
Injustice League.
Yeah,
Okay.
I reckon they're going to be the Injustice League.
Yeah, I wonder whether they're going to be the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, well, I think that's the most popular choice. I'm just, I'm an edgelord. I'm trying to be different. In other news, I think the only other thing that I've got on my list here is I just wanted to hear what you thought about this, but they have announced that there's another Alvin and the Chipmunks movie in the works.
Yeah, I saw the poster for this. Look, it's really interesting. I think what they did with Alvin and the Chipmunks is the same as what they've done with the Smurfs. They've sort of brought it to a new generation and made it exciting and new and all the rest of it. Carries a very similar formula to any of those sort of live action CGI influenced films.
Well, this is where I thought it was interesting though, because apparently the company that owns the rights to Alvin and the Chipmunks now is associated with generative AI, and so that
would explain the poster that's causing a bit of buzz at the moment.
Yeah. So what they're saying is that the conclusion is that this movie will perhaps be using quite a bit of generative AI in its production.
Right. Yep.
Which I'm not interested in.
No.
Yeah. But I just think it's potentially a really interesting fire starting in the pop culture sphere.
Yep. I am glad in a way that it's changed hands of who's going to be sort of looking after the property, because I did hear that the studio wasn't so great to the actors, the live action actors.
Okay.
And I've heard some pretty interesting stories coming from David Cross, who played the villain in the Alvin and the Chipmunks films.
Yeah, that's right. I think I did hear a bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't sound very nice.
No.
Just the way that
maybe this is positive then. If they're not going to include any humans, they can't hurt anybody's feelings, can they?
Yeah. But anyway, we'll wait and see. Let's wait and see what comes about it. I know that there's been a film now that's been totally AI generated, and it featured at some type of festival, and it wasn't well received from the audience. So based on its content,
okay.
The director of the film, said that there was still a level of skill from others that were part of that film, and it was AI prompts, etc. So I'm not selling it.
I was going to say that's an interesting way to put it, because that's the whole problem, is that there is a lot of creative work that goes into these AI things. It's just not done by the people that are actually reaping the benefits from it.
Well, that's right, and it'll be very interesting. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a sec. I wanted to just mention that in other news, Archie Afterlife series, we mentioned this quite a number of episodes ago, where they were going to do a TV series based on the very successful 2013 comic book series of the same name. Well, that's now got a release date for Halloween 2027 on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we still don't know who's going to be in the film.
No.
But look, it's
is it a film really or a TV series?
What's that, sorry?
Film or a TV series?
TV series.
I thought you said, okay. Yeah, no, go ahead.
So, off the back of the likes of Wednesday, we're also going to be getting Scooby-Doo, which will have a very similar theme. This just seems like it's just going to sit right in the pocket for Disney Plus.
Did you read any of those comics back then?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I loved them.
Yeah, I did
so
too.
we had Archie Afterlife, and we had Jughead. What was the Jughead one called? That was the werewolf one, wasn't it? So
they're really good though. They're really great stories with fun, sort of modern and yet sort of retro kind of art, and I'm really excited about those.
It was like Absolute before Absolute, wasn't it? So
it was a bit.
taking them out of their normal Sunnydale, environment and giving them something really quite dark and disturbing at times.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about that. I've always had a soft spot for the Archie comics, and we really enjoyed Riverdale for a very long time, and Sabrina as well. I thought it was a great show. So and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we'll definitely be getting Sabrina back in Archie Afterlife because she played a very key role in it. So it'll be good. So look forward to that. Halloween 2027 for that one. What other news have you got?
I think that's about it. Unless you want to talk about Metro Comic Con now, or
I've still got some news, so we'll keep going with what I've got, and then we can have a chat about Metro. So on other news, we also mentioned probably maybe last episode or the episode before, we talked about G.I. Joe, the movie, and that Danny McBride, along with his Righteous Gemstones partners, are writing the G.I. Joe film up and coming. It's also now been revealed that this will be Danny McBride's directorial debut, as he will be directing the film also.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so that's just been announced this week, which is really huge news, really. So
I didn't realize that he hadn't directed anything. I guess I didn't realize that he was actually going to direct the film, but
no. But he speaks very passionately about G.I. Joe. Look, let's just wait and see. It is interesting that they're obviously trusting him to direct the film as well. And he did say in an interview that I saw him on this week that this will be guaranteed action packed from start to finish. This won't be like the Stephen Sommer films that were released prior. So that's
exciting.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in that one. Just on other news, and I don't know whether you've seen this, especially for comic book stores. This has been come out from Bleeding Cool that have released this story, and that it says that DC has updated its retailer agreement regarding cracking down on retailers who are price gouging on exclusive variant covers. This is a pretty big story that's sort of come out of this, and it will involve them actually banning from distributing their range of books to those retailers if they're actually found to be price gouging. This is massive. Obviously, they're protecting their brand, and they want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to purchase their, whatever the title is. But this is going to sort of starting to change the landscape a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it has the potential to. Yeah, it's always interesting to see these things suggested, but then you've got to see how whether they actually get actioned.
Well, how do you police this? I mean, this is the thing. We've talked about this in the past. How do you police something unless you've got, 1-800 dob in the retailer?
I'm not sure. I mean, whether it's just something to, optics for DC to make it look like they're trying to do something, or I'm not sure. But I'm definitely not for price gouging. I'm always firmly on the side of customers getting a fair go. So if it has some sort of positive effect in that regard, then that's great. But it'll just be interesting to see how it unfolds on a practical level. Words are words. How it actually impacts things on the ground is most important. So as I guess someone sort of working at the comics coalface, it'll just be interesting to see if there's any effect. There won't be any effect at our store because it's not something we do. But
they're fair and reasonable with their pricing, right? So
they are.
Yeah.
So but it'll just be interesting to see if it has any actual effect on the ground.
Well, so for those that might not know, I mean, what's happening is that we're getting these variant covers, and based on popularity, they're obviously priced quite significant, and pricing a lot of collectors out of the market. The other thing too is that not so much here in Australia, but definitely in the US, those covers are fluctuating like a stock market or fuel prices, where they go up and down depending on what the market shift is online. And so if this book is now going for $150 on eBay, all of a sudden all those books are now, all those single title variant covers are going up to $150. Which is for a first release book. I think it's a pretty steep ask for anybody. And who's to say that that's going to guarantee that that's going to stay that value anyway? You just don't know. So
Well, to one extent or another, I guess we do, because we've been around for a little while and we know that the value of those things usually doesn't stay up, does it?
No, that's right. They will drop, so it's a bit like an NFT.
Yeah, I've never had a brain for any of this sort of stuff, and my focus has never been on as much as I like variant covers, I like them from the perspective of them artistically. I know that I'm not going to pay hundreds of or thousands of dollars for a variant cover, no. And I guess if other people don't as well, then there's no market for this, and then it's a moot point. So, I do think it's all a bit silly. I think it's just it's the dark side of the popularity surge in comics that we've got at the moment. It happened in the 90s and it's happening again.
Agreed.
But like I said, I think the key to it is sort of keeping a level head and for people not to pay those prices, because if people don't pay those prices, then people won't ask them. So but as I said, I don't have much of a brain for that sort of stuff. It's not really on my radar.
Me neither. But look, hopefully
I just want to read the things.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that if DC are making these claims, they've got a plan on how to sort of action that, if that can make variant covers more accessible for everybody, then all the more reason why this should happen.
Let's wait and see.
Yep. Let's get into Metro Comic Con. So we announced that we were going to be attending. Unfortunately, I was very, very sick and wasn't able to make it. I was very disappointed, which added to my sickness. But however, you flew the Pulp Culture flag and attended.
Now, well, first of all, I'm just going to say I'm glad to see you back relatively healthy, because I was really worried about you for a while there.
Yeah, I dropped off the face of the earth, literally.
You did.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't in a good way. I went to a work function, and it was one of those work functions where you're glad handling and doing a lot of shaking of hands, and I think I picked something up from somebody, and I was very, very sick. So
you got con crud before the con.
Yeah, before the con. Well, usually you get it after the fact, not before.
Yeah.
So for me, I was
preemptive con crud.
Yeah. So, but anyway, look. By the by, you managed to attend. How? What was it like? What was the sort of the feel? Was there a lot of attending? And
I was saying to some people that were there, I don't have anything to compare it to, really.
Yeah, right.
I haven't been to a Comic-Con as such. You know, you and I went to Artist Alley earlier this year, but that's not a con, really. And the only other one that I've been involved in was the Indie Comic-Con before COVID. And that, you know, by definition was a smaller sort of function. So, but I believe, I think that the general vibe was that it probably wasn't as busy as everybody would have liked, but there was a lot of other stuff on. You know, we've been seeing images from some of our friends in the industry. From Scoresby, there was the comic and toy fair out at Caribbean Gardens, which it sounds like that was going really well. And having both of those things on the same weekend is bound to have an impact. So, but I had a good time. I confess, when I got your text message on the Friday night, my natural instinct as an anxious person was just to say, well, I can't go. But
you did, sort of, and well done.
Well, it was interesting because I think the next second I sort of thought to myself, no, I'm going to go, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to give it a crack, and that's kind of what I resolved to do. And after that, I kind of went to bed so that I wouldn't talk myself out of it. And then as soon as I got up in the morning, I got ready and I just went on the tram and rocked up. But yeah, I was pretty anxious because I didn't know where to get my ticket and all that sort of stuff. But I figured it out. The people there were really nice. I had some nice chats with people in the line waiting to get in, which we didn't have to wait very long, which was great. And then, I went in and had a bit of a wander around. There were lots of our sort of mutual associates that recognized me and came up to me. As I mentioned to you, I saw, Evan from the Geelong Comic and Toy Fair. I saw Trev Wood and some of the other guys from Gestalt Comics. I saw a few customers from All Star Comics, which was really lovely. I had a bit of a chat to the guys from Star Walking, who I sort of vaguely recognized, and renewed my membership with Star Walking for the first time since the 90s. So
nice.
It was the vibe around the place was good, but I didn't last very long. Anxiety, as you may or may not know, it makes everything much more exhausting than it normally would be, and so I think I sort of got worn out pretty quick. But I spent a couple of hours there, and I had a great time. I went and spoke to Nicola Scott. I saw her setting her stuff up alongside Daniel Picciotto and Brad Walker and Bernard Chang and Andrew Constant as well. But Nicola was sort of the one that I wanted to talk to the most because, as a bit of a drawer and an artist myself, I think that what she produces is wonderful, and she's worked on some of my favorite characters, from the Titans to Wonder Woman to the Birds of Prey. So I was really thrilled to meet her, and she signed a few prints for me. And I saw while I was waiting for her, the person that was in front of me was another TikToker, Instagram personality, Wonder Woman. I don't know whether you know Wonder Woman.
Oh, yes. Yep.
But Kate was just in front of me, and she said g'day and drew my attention to some of Nicola's original art, which Nicola had in a binder sort of sitting available for sale. And one piece in particular had obviously caught Kate's eye, and I now know that she purchased it. It was a piece took my breath away. But yeah, she's posted on her Wonder Woman account that she bought it. So I'm really thrilled for her because that's an amazing, iconic piece of Wonder Woman art that she's now got in her collection. So yeah. It was a nice time, but yeah, I did. I wore out pretty quick, but
next time I'll be your emotional support animal. All right.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I went there with sort of high hopes of perhaps going and seeing some of the people that we wanted to talk to and all that sort of stuff. But I'm afraid my courage sort of deserted me. I asked a few questions around the place about how it was done and all the possibilities, and I sort of couldn't quite get my head around it. But I did see Oded Fair from a distance.
Is he a handsome man?
Very handsome man. He's and that was the part of the news that probably pertained most to our segment, The Tomb, which I know we're going to do later. But he's sporting quite a long haircut at the moment.
Yes.
Definitely not as dark as it was back in 1999 when he debuted the character of Ardeth Bay, but I still think that perhaps that's
he's
maybe
growing it out. He's getting ready.
I reckon.
Getting ready for Ardeth. Yep.
Yeah, he's looking good and looking fit as he always does.
Yep.
I saw a bunch of other people as well. Again from a distance. Linda Hamilton, Emily Swallow, and it was good, but it definitely wasn't the same without you. So,
much appreciated. But MJ did do a couple of sort of short recordings. You can check him out on his side podcast, which is on Spotify, which is the Titans Tower Reading Nook.
Yeah, check him out on my side piece.
Yeah, check him out on his side piece. You know what we didn't talk about in the Zest is One Piece and One Piece Lego. Have you seen the details about One Piece Lego?
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So One Piece are getting a Lego special, which will be on. I believe it'll be Disney Plus.
That's correct.
Or it might be. Is it Disney Plus? Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
No,
I think it's Netflix.
Netflix. So
sorry, I'm
Netflix,
getting confused there.
And it's all the voices from the TV series will be doing the voices of the animated Lego.
I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be wonderful.
I think that's fun. I think that's a lot of fun. So looking forward to that one. While we're talking about The Tomb, why don't we get into that now? MJ,
we're back. Yeah. So as I said, the news of the week, unless you've got any other news of the week, that Oded Fair's got a long haircut.
Yep, I think that's a great start, right?
Yeah. So, newsflash. So for the rest of the segment of The Tomb, will we review another episode of the animated series?
Yes. So we're talking about the Mummy, the animated series, which was early 2000s, and it is canon, but it is they did definitely take a lot of liberties on
golly Bob, howdy did they take some liberties.
And this episode, which is episode 5, which was called Eruption. We were talking about this offline, and they're en route to Australia. Wait until the next episode. Wait until we get to the next episode, which is the Australian episode.
Very much looking forward to it.
This one, I'm trying to remember it. Did they crash land on a tropical island? Is that what it was?
Yeah, they crash land on what I assume is a Pacific island. And they begin associating with the locals.
Yeah.
They also in crash landing they wake sort of a fire spirit from the local volcano that starts
lava
threatening
creature.
A lava creature, yeah. I found this episode. I thought it was really quite fun. I was kind of laughing because there were lots of
Silly.
tropes. Well, it was very silly, but there were lots of tropes that sort of related to Western tourists visiting, quote unquote, like foreign countries.
Yeah.
Rick and Alex and everybody, they were all constantly complaining about the local food and I mean, it was their arrival to begin with that unleashed this creature. And in the end, the solution to getting rid of the creature, I think, was the tourists leaving. So I thought that was great fun. It was basically, the involvement of the main characters was the only real hindrance to these people living in this peaceful Pacific island. So I was getting a bit of a laugh out of that because I thought it was a little bit too real. I had some more issues with some of the technology that was on display in this episode, though. Do you remember what Alex's invention was?
Oh no, it doesn't. I probably blocked it out. What was it?
Well, the key to taking out this lava monster, I can't remember what they were using, but it was like some sort of concoction of water and coconut milk or something that they poured all over the top of him and froze him.
Right.
And
because that's science right there.
Yeah, exactly. But that wasn't the part that I had a problem with. The part that I had a problem with is that earlier in the episode, Alex had invented, just for his own amusement, in the 1930s, mind you, a remote control plane that he was showing off to one of the local girls. And that was what I had a problem with. How he had access to the little, I don't know, gyros and engines and motors and all that sort of stuff to make it, and the remote control stuff.
Didn't he make it just out of vines and coconuts and sticks on the ground?
It's not Gilligan's Island. I would have accepted it on Gilligan's Island, but I'm not accepting it in The Mummy. But then they used the remote control plane, I think, to take out the volcanic creek. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was the usual mix of bad science and willing suspension of disbelief.
It's the year 2000 where it was a bit bonkers and everyone was just freewheeling when it came to scripts, I think.
All I can say is I like the lava monster. Yeah, I like the lava monster. I like the lava monster. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, too bad they jumped the shark several times on this one.
And long may they keep jumping the shark, because that's probably the best thing about the show.
Well, all I can say is get excited for next week when we'll bring you The Tomb, and it'll be episode 6 where they visit Australia. So
I haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it this week.
I'm sure we'll have some notes about it.
Cannot wait.
I cannot wait to revisit those terrible Australian accents.
I'm sure they're exemplary.
Right up there with The Simpsons.
What is it with you and accents tonight? Like, you got problems with Latvians, and now you got problems with Australians. What's your beef with Australians?
There you go, beef with accents. That's my that'll be our title for the show.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. Let's see if we can come up with something else.
Yeah, definitely. Why don't we get into your favorite segment now? Welcome to the Weird Files.
What do you got?
Oh,
what do you got?
Okay.
You got something? You got something better than last week? I doubt it.
Well, what, yours?
Yeah,
it's always anything will trump yours for sure.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. As promised,
you're just adding pressure onto yourself there, pal.
No, it's no pressure. I've been doing this for a while now. I know what I'm doing.
I'm well aware it's been going on for a while.
This week we have It's titled Naked Drive-Through. And our favorite special guest, Florida Man, has been arrested after stripping naked in a McDonald's drive-through over
Old mate.
What's that?
Old mate's back.
Old mate's back. So a Florida man was arrested after police say that he responded to a missing packet of sweet and sour sauce by removing all his clothes in the middle of a McDonald's drive-through, declaring that he was protesting with maximum vulnerability. According to the investigators, the Florida man ordered a 20-piece chicken McNugget meal shortly after midnight and specifically requested 6 packets of sweet and sour sauce. When he reached the pickup window, the man allegedly discovered that the bag contained only barbecue sauce. Witnesses told police that the man stared silently into the bag for nearly 30 seconds before stepping out of his vehicle and calmly removing every item of clothing except for his socks. So he's got some. He wanted to cover up his ankles, so good for him. And
cold feet.
He was seen to be yelling, "No sauce, no clothes." Police say that he then climbed onto the hood of his car and refused to get dressed until management corrected the injustice. The drive-through backed up for nearly half a mile as stunned customers watched employees lock the restaurant doors and call 911. Officers eventually convinced the man to come down after offering him replacement sweet and sour packets, but he allegedly insisted that it was too late for diplomacy. This guy's awesome. He was arrested on charges including disorderly conduct and indecent exposure. McDonald's later confirmed that the missing sauce was the result of a simple packing error, while employees admitted it was the most expensive 6 sauce packets in company history. So there you go. It's a good one. I like that one.
He said, I see your 10 nuggets and I raise you 2.
But he was wearing socks to cover his ankles. What the? Anyway. That's
safety first. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it for the weird files. If you've got a weird file that you would like MJ or myself to read out, you can hit us up on the socials under Pulp Culture Pod. And
come on, everybody, we can do better than that. Send it directly to me.
This is a good one. It's not a bad one. It's not up there with the bread roll, but
I don't. It's the images it's conjuring in my head. I would suggest it's not worth my time, to be honest.
But anyway, yeah,
I'm not going to be having nuggets for dinner tomorrow. That's for sure.
All right. Well, we're going to go to a short break. And then we will be back with our next segment.
Alert the troops! They're protecting Toothopolis with some new gel. They must be out of Crest. Attack! We make Hosing teeth!
Cavity creep! New Crest down! New Crest down!
A new gel as tough as Crest!
It's great tasting Crest gel with Fluorostat. You crave
Repelled by Crest gel!
You'll love the flavor.
Why, you fight cavities with new Crest gel! Tastes great! Crest!
Crest.
That was amazing. Oh, I love it. What if they made every ad that way, I would be broke because I'd be buying every product.
When I saw this, I thought this was great. Coming up later in our next break, you will definitely be seeing another toothpaste commercial, which I don't think holds the same caliber as this, but is attached to a very popular property. So,
okay.
No. I just the toothpaste was an influence this week on our commercial breaks.
I'm feeling attacked.
Definitely not. Let's get into. Shall we get into the aisle? Let's get into the aisle for this week. It does stop.
So have you had any time for reading?
I have had some time for reading in my vague of state.
In between spews?
No, nothing like that. I wasn't with it. So I
What else
have
is new?
read. What?
I said, what else is new?
Oh, okay. I have read Fury of Firestorm, issue 4. I know you posted this on your socials, and it's great. I mean, we got a bit of a retelling of the love story there, and another big reveal at the end, which is interesting. I just don't know where they're going with this series. It just keeps me guessing more and more and more. So, which is great.
I think it's great. Firestorm as a matrix and Firestorm as a unit, whether it's Martin or Ronnie, it is in crisis. And the stories about how and if he's going to be able to get out of it. And I guess to another extent how we got into it in the first place, and I think it's really fascinating. And I'm loving the artwork, and I've never been so invested in Firehawk's story. I think it's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a great character. She and she plays a really key role in the original series. And so it's good that they've brought her back with just as much investment as Firestorm, and it's great. Like I said, it keeps me guessing, and I'm really enjoying that, being a Firestorm fan of the original series.
Yeah, well, this issue was as much her story as it was Firestorm's, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. This was sort of a catch up on their love story, and who they are and what they mean to each other, and like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing what sort of comes of it. It's a shame it's a limited series, but look, let's.
Is it a limited series?
I thought it was a limited series. Am I incorrect in saying that, or?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't always have my finger on the pulse, but I hadn't heard that it was.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I could be very, very pleasantly surprised if it's not. So
I think most of these. I think most of these latest sort of all-in phase comics. I haven't sort of heard that any of them are specifically limited.
Right. Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think they've just sort of launched them and they're seeing what legs they've got. So I think it's open ended at this stage. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next couple of episodes, because no doubt they've got an arc that they're going to close off.
It's building up to a crescendo, isn't it? So
but I'm hopeful that there's going to be more beyond it, because I think they're building something really great.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're in good hands as readers with Jeff Lemire, doing the writing. And I think is it Raphael De La Torre? Is that how you pronounce his name?
De La Torre, yep.
De La Torre. So I think his impression of Firestorm is really nice. I like it. I like it's a little bit pointy, feels a little bit sharp like flame. I like it. I think it's a really good sort of creative team that they've got working on the book. So.
It somehow feels sort of retro and dangerous at the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Volatile, which I guess is a really good word to describe a character like Firestorm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it will. We're getting into a new era of Firestorm, and I think even with the aftermath and what that looks like, I don't think that we're going to get the Super Friends version of Firestorm after this, right? I think we're going to get a very, very different approach. I mean, we had that in the original series where he evolved into a different form of Firestorm, and he was never right from then. But I think we're going to get a very, very different outlook. My prediction is that we're going to get a different bonding team out of Firestorm. That's my prediction.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's just as a reader, that's what I think would be fun. So,
have you seen any candidates in the story yet, or you just
no, not yet.
Hunch?
No, it's just a hunch, you know. I've got a great DC. I've got a great Firestorm story that I've shared with you before, MJ. I think it'll be wild. I'd love Jeff Lemire to write that one. But anyway, check it out. Fury of Firestorm from DC Comics.
It's
what about you?
Really great book.
Yeah. What else have you been reading?
Probably, I've been reading quite a lot this week. I've been sort of catching up with single issues of stuff. But probably the two sort of most current ones. I read issue number 1 of Dark Knights of Steel 2. Did you read?
Yep.
Did you read Dark Knights of Steel previously?
No, I haven't read it. You've put me onto it, but I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet.
I'm still in good time.
Still far behind in some other stuff. So
that's all right. That's what we love about comics is they wait for us.
Yep.
Dark Knights of Steel 2. Producer Kim and I loved Dark Knights of Steel, the first one. And we really enjoyed sort of the spin-off specials and Dark Knights of Steel All Winter, which was like a Deathstroke story. So I was really excited that Dark Knights of Steel 2's come back. It's got a different artist. It's got Otto Schmidt, who we know from DC versus Vampires, which is another series that we in this house at least really enjoyed. And I think it works really well. Like I do miss the art from the first series because it was beautiful, but Otto's sort of replicated and I think it's the colors too. You know, they've done an excellent job of matching the colors from the first one. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it started in very dramatic fashion, very confronting, emotional. Just like we expect from Dark Knights of Steel and just like we expect from Tom Taylor. I posted after I'd read it that, he's going to be playing with our emotions for the next, I guess it's 12 issues, the same as the first one, from month to month, and I'm all here for it. So, it was really nice to have that series back.
Yeah, nice. And do you feel that the flow from the original to this one is just as, like it's sort of picking up where it left off, or?
It is, yeah. It sort of touches base with where a lot of the characters are. There's a really good description, a sort of a recap on one of the earlier pages, which I thought was really, really good. I like that they're sort of the first series sort of leaves a lot of it doesn't leave a lot of cliffhangers, but it sort of leaves a lot of characters and relationships between characters in places where we as readers want to see more. And it's this first issue is very satisfying because it does pick up on touching base with a lot of those relationships in particular that I definitely wanted to see more of. So it really hits the ground running, and I'm really looking forward to issue number 2.
Yeah, that's awesome. For me, before I talk about my next one, I should probably do this.
Matey, raise the rapid pirate nonsense flag.
There you go.
You say rapid or vapid?
No, it's vapid. It's just it's the pirate accent.
Oh, it's your Latvian Australian accent.
My Latvian Australian pirate accent. So anyway,
yeah, okay.
I've flown the flag.
Bring it on. Thank you. I appreciate you using it properly.
No. I've been practicing while I've been away ill. Anyway, I'm flying the flag because I wanted to talk about Ben 10 issue number 3. So this is just come out this week. Thanks to Comixology and my VPN, I was able to read this. This is still continuing the story of Ben in the forest on the run from the army, trying to work out how the Omnitrix works because it's out of control. This definitely feels like a absolute version of Ben 10, very much body horror esque type, transformations when he's changing into different characters. And this is the first time that Gwen finds out that Ben has the Omnitrix. I've been thinking about this, and I think that this is the story that our kids who grew up on Ben 10 want to read. So if you were a kid growing up with Ben 10, then this is the type of story now that you're a young adult will be happy to read and see a different version of the same story, if that makes sense. Yeah. Joe Casey does an awesome job of the script. I mean, he's one of the team of from Man of Action who created it. With Stephen T. Siegel and Joe Kelly and Duncan Ralu, I think his name is, and Robert Carey does the art in this, and he's great. Perfect artist for especially for the aliens that he's drawing in this. So it's a shame that it's still not in Australia yet, but I really hope that it, even if it comes out as a trade or graphic novel, that would be awesome. So
I'm still very hopeful that that'll happen at some stage because I'm looking forward to reading it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But nonetheless, I'll keep bringing vicariously. You can live through me, or you can get a VPN and read it on Comixology.
Happy for you to keep talking about it as long as you fly the flag in advance, as previously discussed.
Absolutely. Anything else that you've been reading?
Yes. Speaking of pirates.
Oh, yes.
I read a new Boom Studios.
Yes.
I read Vampirates #1. How good's that cover?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's wild.
And before I go on with that too, I should have showed you the cover for Dark Knights of Steel with art by original series artist Yasmin Putri as well.
Yeah, nice.
Because that's pretty rad. I forgot to do that. I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube thing. But could I sound older?
Yeah. Back in my day on the YouTubes.
I need to brush my teeth.
Oh.
So Vampirates #1 from let me see, written by Fred Van Lent, illustrated by Luca Pizzari, and colored by Adam Guzovsky. Great fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's cool.
You've read it?
I did read it, yes. Yeah.
Good.
That was the next one on my list. So
beautiful.
So
I really enjoyed it.
Just really, really different, off the wall, kind of really sits well in the mix, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's sort of it's you're stepping into a world that is already well established as a world that is has lots of pirates and also has lots of mythical creatures, mostly vampires, interacting with humans and attempting to coexist. It seems like a really rich world, and I'm really glad that I picked this one up because I really enjoyed the first issue. I'm looking forward to more. I love pirates. I read I read another vampire book earlier this week too. I don't have this one handy, but I read Operation Iron Coffin.
Oh, you beat me to it. That was the other one I was gonna talk about as well.
Oh, you read that too? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite good. Quite good fun too.
We've read very similar books this week, so which is unusual for us. It's written by Kenny Porter, and art and colors done by Tyrell Cannon. And this is a cool book. This is very much a heist set around it's by now who did the publication of this? I think it was
is it Mag Cave? No,
I think it was IDW or something like that. No,
you're correct. Is
it IDW?
It's IDW under their ID Dark label.
Oh, that's right, under their publication ID Dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is kind of
IDW.
like their Vertigo books, isn't it? Their dark sort of version.
I guess so. Yeah.
I haven't seen a dark book before from IDW. Have you?
I'm not sure. I feel like they might have had that label on another book, but I can't remember exactly whether that's true or not. But this one definitely deserved it. It's a very gory issue.
Yes.
Lots of blood.
Yep. But it's sort of set around a bit of a heist with vampires, so which is kind of cool. Different spin again.
It sort of had it's got like gothic Snowpiercer vibes.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that one. Yeah.
What was that? Is it Bullet Train as well? I haven't seen the movie.
Oh yeah,
it's sort of got that whole we have to fight our way from one end of the train to the other. Kind of vibes, and it was fun. Yeah, it's a fun read, super fun read. Like you say, very gory. I can understand why it's under the dark label. Well worth a pick up if you see any of those books. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I've just been reading other single issues. I read the latest issue of Lobo. I read the latest issue of Tom King's Wonder Woman. Although this one wasn't written by Stephanie Williams, I think. They're telling a bit of a side story from the main story, but it's excellent, I should say. I'm really enjoying it, but just a bunch of single issues this week. So nice. Enjoying my reading.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, let's go to another commercial break, and we'll be back after that.
Ghostbusters slow! Yow! I know something scary. Cavities. Time to brush. Aw, Mom! Hey! Mom got a Slimer toothpaste. Ooh! It's Slimer! Let's play Cavity Busters. Toothbrush, Ray. Check the gun. Slimer toothpaste, Ray. Check the gun. Ready? Let's brush! No ghosts in there, Mom.
Slimer, grape or bubblegum fluoride toothpaste available at Target, Osco, Save-On, Stop and Shop, and Finest.
Wow, there you go. Slimer toothpaste.
I like that ad just as much as the other one, but I think I'll take Crest.
Yeah, I think the Crest one was just a little bit more detailed and a little bit less rushed, I think. From an animation.
I like that though. Anything with Ghostbusters in it is all right for me.
I mean, it sits really well with toothpaste, right? Because that green toothpaste kind of does look like slime. So
I'm hoping it's minty rather than protoplasm flavor, though.
Yeah. Wonder what that tastes like. Delish. But anyway.
Ask Bill Murray.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Well, let's get into the review.
What have you been watching?
Yeah, well, X-Men. Shall we talk about X-Men?
Yeah. We talk about X-Men. 5. What was it? Episode 5? Yeah.
Episode 5. This is we're revisiting the Wolverine's sort of story, and he's visiting a black site where it's not great. It's not, it's when I say it's not great for them. And when I say them, I mean his team. Now, this is a really good episode because we got another ensemble cast of characters.
Yet another team.
Yeah, yet another team. So,
are we going to call them the Weapon X-Men?
I would call them Weapon X-Men. Yeah, I think that's I think it was called Weapon X Lies and Videotape and DVDs. It was called.
Great title.
Yeah, awesome title.
I didn't expect them. I didn't expect them to actually involve DVDs in the story, though. That was, I thought, genius.
Yeah, absolutely, it was. This is where they're visiting a Weapon X black site, and it all goes awry. And I don't know about you, but this just felt like an animated version of Aliens, the movie.
Yeah, I can see that. It was
with an X-Men flavor.
I was constantly thinking, watching this episode, about how much they would not have gotten away with this in the original series.
Oh, definitely not. The violence was turned up to 11. I mean, when they're fighting these sort of what do you want to call them? Sort of well, they're not mutants, are they? They're kind of like an alien.
Sort of like, were they cyborgs or something? Or I don't know.
Yeah, so they're an alien creature. I can't remember that. I remember
the Brood.
The Brood, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, no, they call the Brood.
Yeah, like when he was slicing and dicing, it was very visible.
Yeah, it was great. It was some of the best Wolverine we've had on screen, and I know, particularly, watching some of the older movies again, and talking about Deadpool and Wolverine recently, that's saying something. But the animation was great. The characterizations was great. I loved all of the banter between all of the different characters. Sabretooth was great.
Yeah, we got a morph changed into a couple of characters, which was great to see. We won't say what they are. We won't spoil it for you.
Morph was great in this episode. This is probably my favorite Morph episode.
I think he played a really important role in this particular episode. Especially at the end, like that ending, like got you right in the heart. I thought it was really interesting to get into Morph's motivations and where they are as a character and the questioning of what their motivation is with sticking with Wolverine during all of this is. I just thought it was really great, and the performance of the character I thought was really wonderful too. Like, Morph's often a bit of a comedic character, but I thought that in this episode the nuance and the sensitivity was really quite moving. I thought it was a great episode. Really enjoyed it, and I just, as you say, I love that. They keep on giving us new characters and new teams every episode. We're more than halfway through now. Yeah, well, we've only got it's nine episodes.
Yeah, I think we've got like four episodes left, and there's no way they can tie up all these storylines, which is great.
Definitely not.
It's wonderful to see that it's obviously all going to roll over into to next season and beyond. So loving it. Yeah,
well, the next episode is a Storm featured episode. I know that for sure. Seen the trailer for that one.
We spent some time with Storm, so that'll be good.
Yeah, so it'll be good to see what that looks like, because if you remember during the Apocalypse episodes that we saw, it was very much about Storm freeing herself so that she could really sort of tap into her power. And we saw a glimpse of that and what that looks like. This will be an interesting episode 6. I know that we're going to get Savage Lands coming up. So that's going to be really exciting to see. It'll just be really interesting to see where it lands at the end of for episode 9.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Savage Land, but I'm particularly excited to hear that we're due for a Storm episode because, I mean, who doesn't love Storm as a character? And I'm really excited.
Love Aurora Monroe, hey?
Yeah. But I still think that we're going to get Storm in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars as well.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
So I feel like it's going to be a pretty good year for Storm and Storm fans.
Yeah, 100%. What have you been watching?
Well, in TV, I've been keeping up with House of the Dragon. Really enjoying that. That just keeps on being as dramatic as ever. We've also been whipping our way through The Bear season 5.
This is the final season, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's been really good. It all it's a bit different to previous seasons in that this one all seems, so far at least, to have taken place on the same day. And it's been really great. It's been very dramatic, but also really funny. Some of the acting performances and what I assume must be improv stuff in it is just beyond almost anything I've ever seen. The chemistry between the characters and the actors is just priceless. Like, I just feel privileged to be able to witness it. I think we've got 3 episodes left. We sort of haven't been rushing because it's one of those shows that we don't want to end, but I'm sure probably during this week we'll have wrapped it up. So next week I might be able to give you a proper conclusion.
The only other thing that I've been watching is I watched Spider-Man No Way Home in lead up to Brand New Day, which will be coming out in a couple of weeks' time.
Good.
Oh, actually next week, which will be exciting. So I watched that in the lead up to. I'd only watched it at the cinema and I haven't revisited it, so it was actually really refreshing to rewatch all these years later, and some of those moments that I've forgotten all about.
I don't know whether I might have watched it once, but I don't think I have since the cinema either.
Yeah, I saw it at the cinema, and I think that was it. I sort of I'd seen it, I enjoyed it, I put it away, and didn't bother to revisit it. And I'm really glad that I did. It's given me a bit of a different perspective going into the new film. I'm excited for the new film. I think the world is excited for a new Spider-Man film, to be honest. And I think that it's going to do $1 billion. Be one of the very few films this year that will actually make $1 billion. But I think that'll definitely be one of them. And look, it was really fun to revisit, Peter and MJ together and not apart, and to have the additional Spider-Man in it and those villains. It was just a really fun revisit. So
I might have to try and do that myself because I'm looking forward to Spider-Man, but I'm still feeling a little bit of cinema fatigue. I've sort of been dragging myself back to see the Odyssey this week. I finally bought some tickets for next weekend. Yeah. But I've sort of, I think I mentioned last episode or the one before that I've just been feeling a bit worn out by going to the theaters. But now that I've locked in tickets for the Odyssey, I'm looking forward to it. And I think watching the last Spider-Man's probably a good idea. And I don't mind an excuse to do that. So that's a really good idea. Thanks for that. Yeah,
just a revisit. So
the only movie I've watched this week is Zootopia 2. We finally caught up with that.
That's great. That's a lot of fun.
It was really good. Yeah, I mean, it was always going to be, but we needed something sort of light and fun and pretty to look at a few nights ago, and and watch that, and it lived up to the hype. We really loved it. So glad to finally have watched Zootopia 2.
Yeah, I think it's a great sequel, right, to an animated film. I think Ke Huy Quan did a great job in his role as Gary. I loved him. I loved Gary the Snake. He was. Yeah. It was a great addition to it.
I notoriously hate snakes, so if his performance was good enough to make me, kind of fall in love with that character, then he's done a very good job. Because I don't drive with snakes, but I think the only time that I got creeped out was there's one scene where he sort of rapidly slithers across the water. For some reason, that didn't.
Yes, yeah,
gave me the creeps. But Kay's always a good addition to any cast, and he was definitely a highlight for this one. I loved it.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if they're already in the mix of doing Zootopia 3. Based on how well it did. It did nearly $2 billion.
I remember it made a lot of money. I was just thinking, I've been really impressed with the majority of these Disney sequels. Like, I think they've done a really good job of finding new stories for different chapters. Even Toy Story, like Toy Story 5, I was impressed that they found a fresh angle and a fresh path to follow. And they've all been pretty good. It's also got me thinking that, we know we've got Incredibles 3 coming up.
That's right.
I want another Monsters movie.
Well, there's definitely been sort of talk about it. I mean, we got what was it, Monsters College, whatever that was called.
Monsters University.
Monsters University, that's right.
Which was great. And then we got a TV series sort of right at the dawn of Disney Plus, which was good. I don't know whether I've finished watching all the episodes of that, but I love that world, and I love Mike and Sully, and I think seeing John Goodman in the Digger trailer sort of reminded me as well. I'd love. But it's Monsters. The Monsters Inc. and Monsters University are two of my favorites, and I'd love to see a third one of those.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I can see that. If you what other animated series would you like to see back on the big screen as a sequel? You can hit us up on our socials under Pulp Culture Pod. We'd love your input and for you to join in the conversation. Hit us up there. We'd love to.
Can I suggest one that might be your jam? It's not a Disney property.
Oh yeah,
a sequel to an animated movie that is beloved. How about a sequel to the 1980s Transformers movie?
That'd be a good one. Well, I mean, we're going to get the TV series, the Energon Universe TV series. So
yeah, but wouldn't it like a direct sequel with modern animation and stuff? Like, I mean, you'd think of what they've done with X-Men and then now X-Men 97.
Yeah,
imagine if they tried to make a direct sequel to that Transformers movie with sort of modern, I mean, you wouldn't want it to be CG animation. You'd want it to be 2D, but imagine what that would look like.
I'll tell you what though, that animated movie still holds up pretty well against a lot of the 2D animation now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of care and time taken by the Japanese crew that, did the animation for that. Unlike the TV series where, they were where you'd have Optimus with a different colored arm and, Starscream would appear and then disappear in the same scene, where they were just sort of pushing these episodes out because it was so popular and they just had to get them out. I mean, the first season alone was over 50 episodes.
Yeah.
So they really had to get these out quick. They weren't expecting it to take off as quickly as it did. Whereas the movie, they had the time to be able to take care with everything. And I like I said, it holds up. It still stands up. I would put it up against any of the 2D animated films that are coming out now.
Yeah. No, I've been thinking about that one lately because I mentioned in a previous episode that I'd bought the G.I. Joe movies because I want to catch up on all of that ahead of, whatever it is that we get from Danny McBride and enjoying the comics and that sort of thing at the moment. But a gap in my physical media collection is I don't have the original Transformers animated movie on disc. And as far as I can see, it wasn't available anywhere. Like
it should be now. I'm surprised it's not. Because
I only had a sort of a bit of a look on like JB Hi-Fi and that sort of thing, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But I'd love like a Blu-ray or 4K or something of that.
I thought it was available now, but look, I mean, if it isn't, it definitely will be. It will be soon. It should be soon because. With its 40th anniversary, I would have thought that they would have brought out they had a 30th anniversary. I think it's 30. Is it 30 years? 30 years, 40 years.
Well, what year did it come out? Was it 86 or 87?
It was, that's a really good 86. Yeah. So 40 years. I mean, they keep bringing out sort of some. I mean, I know it's going to cinemas. Now they say that. I think it's like later in the year, like September, October, something like that.
No, well, that makes me happy because hopefully, if they're releasing it to cinemas, then obviously it makes sense why they wouldn't have released it any time recently on a physical release, and maybe they'll do it afterwards. But I'd love to have that as part of my collection because I have to confess, I think I've only ever seen it once.
Yeah, well, like I said, it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, bring it on, release it physically because I'll buy one. Yeah,
for sure. Have you been watching anything else?
No, that's about it. I've had a pretty busy week. Going to cons by myself, all by my lonesome.
All by myself.
Yeah, it's been a heavy burden to bear, but I'm okay though, so don't worry. But
I'm not.
It just hasn't left me a lot of. It's left. I mean, I've had time, but I haven't had emotional time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. All right. Well, we've got some bad news. We don't have the Mos Eisley Mailbag. The good news is that we don't have Cyril.
No, he's Cyril's taking a week off, putting his feet up.
Yeah.
Having a well-earned break.
There you go. That's what I think.
You're proud of that, are you?
Crickets. That's what you're getting. Crickets.
Okay. That's that might have stood for comedy in 1983 or something. But not here in 2026. We're more sophisticated than that. You're gonna have to try harder.
Okay. I need AI generated crickets, do I, for 2026?
This is the Pulp Culture Podcast. This is not Hey It's Saturday. No offense, Hey It's Saturday.
No. Comedy a go there.
I don't need
all
any
right, well, we don't have the Mos
beef.
Eisley Mailbag, unfortunately, but we'll be back with a vengeance next week.
It sure will.
Like its riders. So right into it.
Yeah, like a fungal toe infection. It'll be back next week.
Absolutely. So maybe let's get into the shout. There you go. It's our new banner for the shout. Do you like that?
Oh, I was checking my notes. I wasn't watching.
Oh,
no. I'm just kidding. I saw it. Yeah, it was very pretty.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So what are we shouting from the top of the Ferris wheel, or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much, and then we get on the way down. Do you have anything to shout? I've got a couple of things.
Hey, you down there, support my Kickstarter. We'll throw peanuts at people. And now I've got something to shout. What have you got? You got something to shout?
Yeah, I've got a couple of things. Now I'm going to get you to pronounce his name. So Camillo di Petriantonio. No, I did it really badly again. Sorry.
Well,
sorry, Camillo.
I haven't got it in front of me because we talked about it off. Camillo di Pietrantonio.
Yeah, I totally butchered it. I'm so sorry.
Camillo, the main man.
Anyway, Camillo has got a book out in Kickstarter right now called Axel. It's about a genetically enhanced humanoid axolotl, and it feels a little bit like a Wolverine story, getting away from when he was first tested on. This is the first issue. Actually, I was just reading his notes, and he says that his influences are Weapon X meets TMNT. So there you go. I just said it felt like a bit of like a Wolverine story from what I've read so far. This is the first issue. We did get a in Carmelo's Wonderverse anthology that he did, where that was the sort of the first sighting of Axel. But this is a full first issue. So being a first issue, I imagine that this will be a series of his. The interior pages that I've seen so far are really, really cool. You can get either a cover A or cover B. Cover B is done by a friend of the show and awesome artist Lauren Marshall. And that's pretty wild. You can jump on and check out the reward tiers. For $10, you can get a digital PDF of the comic. It's 52 pages, so which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
And a physical comic is $35. And then you have varying tiers after that with additionals like extra covers, stickers, key rings, etc. If you want to check it,
look great.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. If you want to check it out, do yourself a favor. It actually comes under Axel. It's Axel issue 1. So check it out on Kickstarter, and we'll put it up in our show notes anyway. So far to date, Camillo has actually doubled his amount that he was asking for. So it's actually already been greenlit for publication, which is fantastic.
The book looks great. The covers look great. I'm just having a look also at Camillo's Instagram, which is Instacam_ILLO. So they do check it out because as I said, the cover looks great. Lauren Marshall's cover B looks awesome. There's also the option to get further down the track. I think it must be a stretch goal. There's an acrylic standee, which I would love because I'd be able to put it with my Nina from Dead Sheet 1 up on the shelf there behind me. Yeah,
that'd be wild.
But
that'd be wild.
That sounds awesome. And you've backed this one, have you, Nath?
Yeah, I've already backed this one. So I had it on on notification, and as soon as it came out this morning, I was right in there, backing it straight away. Good news is that we talk about Carmelo, and we're going to bring back the Pulp Culture Plus series. It's been on hiatus for a little bit, but we do have a number of guests lined up, and Camillo will be our first guest back on when we bring it back to you. So you can hear a little bit more about Axel and his process, and a little bit more about the Kickstarter
Awesome.
in the next weeks. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. What else have you got to shout about?
Well, I just wanted to shout about my episode of the Film in 40 podcast.
Yeah, this is great. I listened to it today. It's fun.
Yeah, came out all right.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the guys did a really good job. Their guest was a bit of an average guy, but the two guys that do the show is great.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're professionals. They've been doing it for a long time. The other guy sounds like a bit of an amateur, and he sounds a little bit like he's been through some stuff with his other podcast hosts. Yeah, like he sounds a little bit traumatized. He sounded much more relaxed on this one, like he was in a safe space, as opposed to where he usually records. It sounds like it might be a bit of a low key hostage situation. So, yeah, but other than that,
online hostage situation.
Yeah. That's just how it sounded to me. But anyway, back to it. The Film in 40 is a podcast hosted by Adam and Ryan. Every week they have a look at a particular movie that they and or a guest host loves. And this episode was me talking about one of my favorite films, The Rocketeer. And I have to say, I'm really pleased with the way that the episode came out. I had a listen myself, and I thought it sounded really great. The two guys were really accommodating. They obviously enjoyed revisiting the movie as well. And yeah, I encourage people to check it out wherever you get your podcasts, because it's a good podcast in general. And yeah, I had great fun recording that episode.
Yeah, good production. So you can check it out. Film in 40 is the title of the podcast, and they're also on Instagram, aren't they, MJ? You can check them out.
They're on Instagram, they're on X, they're on Blue Sky, Facebook, they're all over the place. So they're on
the socials.
Yeah, no, do check it out. So it's a really good time.
Yep, absolutely. The only last one I wanted just to mention, just really quickly, is Jason Poulos. We reviewed his book or books on our Aussie special earlier this year, and he has a new Kickstarter that's just come out. I've actually backed this one as well, and it's already reached its goal as well. This is Hairbutt the Hippo issue 1. This is the New Adventures issue 1, and we've talked about how we really enjoyed reading older issues of Hairbutt the Hippo.
That was great.
And this one is a new one. So Hairbutt is a hippo who is like a private eye. And this time around, he's hired by a top secret government agency to hunt down a rogue operative. So this sounds like a lot of fun. And the artwork looks great. It's in black and white. But that sort of has the charm of it because it is a noir book. And Jason Poulos is he writes this really well because it's got some great comedic timing in it at the same time. Definitely not for kids, but definitely worth a read.
What about me?
Definitely worth supporting Jason and this book, which is Hairbutt the Hippo #1, The New Adventures issue 1. You can check that out on Kickstarter now, or you can check out Jason Poulos on Instagram. So, yeah.
Awesome. Exciting to hear there's more of that coming, because it's a really good time. Really great art, very dynamic, and the black and white really works for that.
Yeah, and the only other thing that I wanted to ask you about is was the launch yesterday from a friend of the show, Benji Bajoric.
Yeah,
and you were there.
I was.
Yeah.
It all seemed to go really well. Benji and Gentle Coder and Steffels were all set up at the back of the shop, and they talked for well over 3 hours with customers and punters and fans, and the vibe of the conversation sounded amazing. Like they were talking about getting comics physically produced and the creative process, and getting over doubting your own confidence, and all three of the artists were signing plenty of books, and not just copies of Troubleshoot, but Dead Sheet, and also some Benji's earlier stuff as well. It was a huge success. So congratulations to Benji and also to Gentle Coder and Steffels, because they've done a wonderful job. You haven't seen the book yet?
No, I haven't yet. That's one that I've got to get my hands on. I did do the Kickstarter for some reason. I missed it, and I was kicking myself for it. But I know that it's now available at All Star Comics.
I know we've got it on Benji's dedicated shelf. So if anyone wants a copy, yourself included, come in and grab one. I'm pretty chuffed. Producer Kim came in and got ours signed by all three of the creatives, which is wonderful. And we also picked up one of the limited edition Absolute Batman book plates, which is a nice little bonus as well. So it did. It really went really well, and I'm really pleased for Emma, Benji, and for the others, because I really feel like there's a lot of enthusiasm and creativity going on in the local scene at the moment. We've just had a lot of people in the shop, wanting to be involved in the local section at All Star and get their stuff on the shelves. And I don't know, I think that there just seems to have been a lot of stuff out there that, we've talked about it in the past. Us creatives can sometimes lack confidence in ourselves. Imposter syndrome is real, and even the summoning the strength to just talk about this thing that you're building, or you've started building, or you've built, or you've got the idea for, is can be really challenging. But I feel like events like yesterday with Benji, I'm hoping that it's going to encourage people to come out and really start to talk about the things that they've done or want to do, because it's a really wonderful experience making these things, and there's people out there that want to hear about it, like we want to hear about it. Nath and I want to talk about it. So, put your hand up, let us know, and we'll help you come out of your shell, because it is. It's really wonderful talking about all this sort of stuff and finding out that you're part of a community perhaps you didn't know existed.
Yeah. The only other thing I just wanted to, while we're talking about creativity and new books, one book that's starting to gain some traction, and it's definitely at All Star Comics, is the Zerovis book.
Yes.
That I saw that's popped up from Dark Root Comics. So that's a local book. And
I think I'm safe in saying, like, we've just, I know it's on the shelf, but I think we've only just put it up this week. But in tidying up the local section in preparation for yesterday, I know that it's got a spot of prominence and on the red and black shelves. So nice. And it's a beautiful looking book. I had a flick through it yesterday.
So we'll probably chat about that next week when we've had a chance to read that book and talk about it a little bit more. On next week's show.
I'll definitely put that on my agenda, and let's do it. Let's talk about it next week.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Guess what? I think we're at the end of the show. Is there anything else that you wanted to?
We're at an end of the show. Yeah. I don't know which one it is. The start or the end.
It's definitely. Oh. It's the end of the show. Gong.
Which one of your kids have you got hitting the gong? Who do we have to
cost as much?
Who do we have to give the 5? Right. Okay. we know which one that is. All right.
The one
Say
that doesn't
no more.
cost as much. Yep. There you go.
Say no more.
But
All right,
yep,
no
yep. The end of the show gong has rung,
has.
and we're thankful for your company. It's been another great show. Lots of information, lots to unpack. And next week we will be bringing you all the things that have come out of San Diego Comic-Con. There's going to be a lot.
I'm going to be writing it all down. I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to trailers and announcements and con exclusives when it comes to toys. And
Don't let us down, studios. We want some good stuff.
I think it's going to be. I think it's just probably. I'm pegging it as probably one of the biggest cons, like as in San Diego Comic-Con years. I reckon this is going to be a big one.
What are you? Why? What is that? Just a feeling, or what are you basing?
Yeah. I think we've got a lot to look forward to. We've got, DC with their projects. We've got Marvel with their projects. We've got, Hasbro have got some announcements. Danhausen's going to be his figure's going to be premiered at San Diego Comic-Con. So
take my money.
Especially after his successful win. Congratulations to Danhausen too. We love talking about him and his and
he's Backhausen.
Hey. That's as close to the Danhausen as you'll get.
It's pretty good.
With that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Very nice, very evil. Anyway,
pretty good.
It's been a show of accents, so we hope that we haven't turned you away from them. But
none of them good.
Yeah. But stay tuned next week when you'll hear MJ say in an accent,
you throw me the idol, I'll throw you the whip. Taylor Swift forever.
Thank you, Stay Fresh.
Like what you're hearing? Tell your friends. Follow us on socials at Pulp Culture Pod. And if you're feeling generous, drop us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform.